I've finally bought the Lion Knight's castle. So before I ever even got this castle, I had built a huge army. And this is all a Lion Knight army. As you can see on their shields and their chest plates, they are the correct knights in the color scheme. So I also had bought these king, which is really good. He is a good looking king. And the reason I got the king beforehand is because I knew that the castle only came with a queen. So now we have our king and queen. I feel like that's pretty fitting. So I'll have to figure out and build themselves a throne room, because imagine it or not, in this whole castle, there is no actual throne room. So we will do that eventually. I'm kind of thinking we do it on the inside over here. Kind of turn this area into a throne room. We'll get there eventually. Who knows what we'll do. But a couple of the things that I really liked while building this whole castle. First off, I think the most amazing technique was right over here. So this whole castle is able to fold out. And if you take this piece and fold it, look at this. It like is able to move. And you can't really tell the full capacity of how amazing this is. But just see how this piece sinks in and then extends out and pulls out and gives the curve. I feel like that demonstrated pretty well. So no matter what angle you're at, it's able to create an arch. I guess unless you're exactly straight on, no arch, but no curve. But honestly, that little skill it blew me away. It's so simple, but amazing. When I was building this, I was like, what? So that happens right there. Another awesome feature is over here. So let's get our king and queen out of the way. So just say we have our Black Falcons over here marching to attack the Lion Knight castle. Say one of them is able to, let's do this guy. Say he's able to infiltrate and get right here. He's like, I'm about to head in, and he's about to actually break in. Well, look at this. You got a little lever over here, and you're able to drop it down. And that sends the character all the way in the prison. So let's back all this up. Bring our castle off to this section. Look at this. Get our peoples out of the way. He's in the dungeon. That is our guy that we sent down the little trap door on that other side. So I'll pull the lever. You can kind of see it happening through the gates. Let's pull the gate up. So I guess this is another neat feature, is this gate, the drawbridge. So look at it all happening at a distance. And now you can kind of see this happened over here. So even though he's a Lion Knight, let's just demonstrate him entering the prison. Boop. Drop down into the prisons. And looks like one guy was left in the prison for way too long. Let's just take a quick little glance. This was also a funny little feature. So on the outside of the castle, it's like, I wonder why this frog is brown. And then if we look up here, there's a little hole from the castle. Let's come on the other side. Right there. It's like a little toilet room. A little bucket for people to sit on. And honestly, why would you use that toilet? Because there's a window right here. So say you are this guy. He's just sitting, using the toilet right there. People from the outside can just see him. They're like, whoa, what's that guy doing? And then they see a little, this is apparently what it says, but we get a brown piece. And it's like, let's get him out. And did you see that? That's why the frog is brown. Typically frogs are green. So anyways, get back into the rest of the castle. So overall, just a few decorations, really good stuff. And then this castle does fold out on both sides. So let's pull this other side that links together. Right there. Fold it out. Amazing stuff. We have our little kids playing with the castle. This is like that old yellow castle back in the day. So they're basically building Lego in there. So those two little kids. Oh wait, I just realized one cool thing. So this kid, he's a lion knight, and this girl is a forest girl. So this is almost like a Romeo and Juliet situation happening, because the forestmen, I'm working on gonna be building a forestman fortress, but currently I have that little fortress with a full army. So they are a separate faction. There are like 3 factions. There's the forestmen, the lion knights, and then the black falcons. And especially, like, they're all kind of against each other, kind of going in battles. And so one of the things I was just thinking, so I got my black falcon castle and fortress that all these guys reside at, and then we can have wars happening between the 2 nations, or maybe they're peaceful nations within each other. But as I was saying, the forestmen are the 3rd faction, and currently these 2 are playing together, and they're not from the same faction, same peoples. They might get in trouble if their parents or kings knew. So I won't tell anyone. But then we have this little, this is a music room, just a kind of hangout room, the kitchen. No light bricks in there, but I really like all the stuff on the wall. Just that definitely gives an element of making it feel real. And then this flour mill has a little bit of operation. Our dining room, which is honestly really small. And maybe this is the king's bedroom, which is also be really small. So the Lion Castle, I 100% absolutely love. It is one of my favorite builds, like honestly, that I have. But one of the craziest parts is I do feel like it's a little smaller than expected, or than I wanted. Oh, here, let me just show this little feature. There's a bridge. Or not bridge. Oh, let's grab a light so you can see this. So, maybe you can't see. There we go. That's like a ladder. And then this just makes it turn down. Able to drop it. And raise the gate. And so this all happens also on this side. You can see, say if a forestman lives out here, he tries running inside. Let's get a light on this side. They can drop the gate and be like, no, you can't come in. And then he'd be all stuck right here, but like, I can't come in. But then they raise it up and let him in. And then we'll take a look on the inside and see that our forestman is actually inside the castle. And now can come around and do his invasion and find his daughter that is hanging out with the enemy. Anyways, back to what I was saying, where overall, the castle, like, it's big. Let's get this side out of the way. And definitely gives a presence in the room. But in the end, I feel like it's a little smaller than I was hoping for. But like, if you take a look at it in the grand scheme of my Lego sets, it still is big. But I guess kind of one of the things, like, it probably just about 2 base plates worthy. And because it's $400, and then say the average modular building is $200. And so to have 2 modular buildings, that would be $400. So like, say these 2 Lego sets takes up about the same amount of space as that Lego set. So I think overall it does make sense, and like price wise it works. Just when I've built big things like this, it's like everything seems a little small in comparison. Anyways, back to the castle. It is a really good set, and I'm thankful that it came with a village for this castle to protect, and it came with 3 lion knights. So we got the these, I think it was these 3, and this guy's running away. I think there's this whole army, so they're ready for battle. They're going to infiltrate the lion knights, and they're all charging off. But then this guy, he's like, I've been packing my stuff the whole time. And so he just runs away. He's like, guys. Nope. And he goes to the back of the line. He's running away while these guys charge off to war. So one of the things that this castle did inspire is I do want to build the back falcons a nice castle that's just least to the level of that castle. Because currently I have this castle, and it is a Black Falcon castle. And what this one is specifically is 2 of these creator Black Falcon castles. So I don't know if you can kind of tell where I took and combined two of these sets. Because if you take a look, it's actually at a bigger scale. This one is a bigger scale than that. The picture on the box is not to scale. It makes it look a little bigger. Because I built that castle and I was like, wow, that is small. So this is my double size, but I want to take this and I'm going to recreate, rebuild, and use these 3 sets. So like, this is 3 actually pretty much sealed sets. So I have 3 more to add. So I'll have 5 of these creator castles to build the Black Falcons a nice big castle. And then when we have that castle done, we'll be able to have a nice huge Black Falcon castle with our Lion Knight castle, and that will be really good for our fantasy world because I built a few other things. Like this is currently our Crown Knight castle. It's really small. And then we have a few other little things that are fantasy-esque. We have Dragon Warriors, some Vikings. So I want to build them all places as well. And then for the Rohirrim, I also want to build Edoras, which is where the Rohirrim reside. I want to build a nice orc troll army. Well, take my orc troll army and give them a nice mountain base. And then also my wizards. Well, I want to give, not this wizard, but have an evil wizard that has risen a bunch of skeletons and give them a skeleton army. And so that I want to do like a big wizard tower. So there's some future plans I have. And having the Lion Knight castle definitely has inspired me to continue working on this whole Lego fantasy realm. And honestly, I'm very excited. And I kind of want to get all these guys in there. So maybe well, I tried fitting my whole army inside the castle because I was like, okay, now they all can fit. But, because the castle is big, but it is not big enough to fit all of them. Well, that is the general gist of everything I wanted to share today with getting this castle. It's honestly is a really good set. I'm very happy to have it. And we will see you all later when we do some of our later projects. I don't know what the next one is, but we will do it. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you later. Goodbye.